Hi Aquarius, so this is your reading for June 2017. You guys got a little ripped off last month for the mid-months. I apologize. Did you like the looking down? Or it's constantly looking down too? You're like, can they see it? Can they see it? Or I apologize, Aquarius. I got nothing but love for you guys. I got my Mars and Venus in Aquarius, so I always say Aquarians are Merlin, and Leo is King Arthur. And as tumultuous as that partnership can be, they need each other because Leos and Aquarius, you guys got quests in life. So when things get harder for you guys, you just leveled up. That's what happened. You leveled up. Where it's funny because I was watching this cartoon. It was like I think like 5-7 minute long cartoon. I got Aquarius, Mars, and Venus. I'm quite weird. I also got a Sagittarius Mercury, and I'm a Sagittarius Sun. So, and in the cartoon, I thought about Aquarius, where it's an Aquarius in training. I'll see if I can. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to post stuff like that on my YouTube channel, so I'll just put the name of the video down below and you guys can go check it out. But it's like an Aquarius, because an Aquarius is out there, right? They're unique, right? Like the alien of the zodiac sign, where they're from the universe, they're not from this place. And in the video, it's like this little Martian dude, and he's got all these, he's in a spaceship, and there's like a supervisor or manager, and he's like, got a clipboard and he's documenting him, like watching what he's doing, and there's all these little switches on a switchboard, and the alien ship comes down and there's a guy in a house just sleeping in his bed, so he's like, it's being abducted. And when the guy's being abducted, it's the Martian in training with the little switchboard. He's like moving him around, like trying to suck him up, and the guy's like hitting the wall and everything. It's hilarious, where it's totally like and then the little Martian dude, because the supervisor's like just looking at him like that, and like, no, you know, where the little Martian dude's like looking at him, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? You know, or it's like Merlin, right? Merlin has to go to the guy who knows the spells and everything, right, for protection, in the dragon. I'll just put the name of the video. You guys can check it out. It's totally an Aquarius. But the little Martian dude eventually, like, he like spazzes out, and like, this is the way I feel like Aquariuses are feeling, where they just like all over the board. And I got a lot of energy today too, where I'm feeling good. Down at the beach, it's summertime, out playing. There we go. The cards finally came out. But I'll post the video, or I'll say the name, because I don't want to get in trouble. Or hopefully I don't get, if any of you guys know if I can get in trouble for just even putting the name, like, make sure you inform me. Or so let's pull the cards here and see what we get. We're going to try to cover home, relationships, and work. Relationships come in all forms. They come in the form of partnerships. Partnerships come in all forms as well. They come with siblings, parents, coworkers, friends, grandparents, cousins, everybody, right? Like, I don't know why I say this, because I'm pretty I'm noticing when I'm doing the readings, it's just like self-focused, right? Because it's like, it's based on my chart, like my abilities. My Pisces sits in, I don't want to say it because I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right. My Virgo, when Virgo doesn't, you know, Virgo gets all like, I got a Virgo rising, they get all like shy and timid. They don't do certain things. It's not because they can't do it. It's because they don't want to do it wrong. But my Pisces sits, it's called Pallas. That's how it's spelled. And then my Pisces is in there. So I'm like, I'm a lot out there. So, but I'm limited to the way that I can do things, where I believe in free will and I can't bend it. So like my readings, universally, they operate. So they kind of like go towards what the universe wants you to know, move forward, right? Because in order to move forward and elevate, and we're talking spirituality here, I consider everything in spirituality. I do like science, psychology, as well as different religions and cultures, the Sag of me, right? And philosopher too, with the Sag Mercury and Sag Sun. So it basically ends up being what the universe wants you to know, to elevate you, to move you up a level, right? So, and that part of that is it's self-focused, because we got to get rid of our ego and pride in order to do that, right? Like ego and pride comes in all forms, right? But if we want to really manifest in life, it's due to ego and pride that we can't manifest. And the awakening is like, if you guys believe in spirituality, I believe in a lot of science, you know, like it's the Mars and Aquarius, and I kind of combine it with everything, where it's just I'm out there, where I just kind of go with the flow, right? Like I'm a Sag, I don't really have a choice. I gotta go through the experience, the motions, right? I feel like Sag Mercury and Sag Sun, I'm like, there's no filter. I'm live 24/7. I realize after I say things, I probably shouldn't say them. You know what I mean? But that makes life entertaining. So, at least to me, I'm just as shocked as other people when I say things. Okay, so for the first card we have is the Five of Wands. I gotta focus here. Gotta get my Virgo in focus. I drive my Virgo side crazy. Where the next card we got is the Lovers. We got a choice coming in. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Empress. We have the Ten of Pentacles. I thought I would do you guys before I do Taurus and Scorpio. Because, man, those are intense energies, let me tell you. Intense energies. And there's some cross watchers on Scorpio, and they're sending them negative energy, so I'm going to have to get into that with Scorpios. I'm dreading that. Or it's probably not going to go over well. Hopefully I can do it properly. We have the Two of Cups coming in. The Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. Alright guys, so give me a moment to try to tune into the energies here and get myself focused. Let's see what quest the universe is asking of you guys. My sister's coming over. She's a Leo. When she comes over, I notice that all my other zodiac placements, they kind of leave. And the Aquarius comes out. And Leo and Aquarius can have a hard time sometimes. But when they elevate on the proper level together, they're quite fun. They got quests they got to do, where they got to sometimes meet up and talk things out, and I don't think they realize on an unconscious level they're giving each other information for the next phase that they got to go to, where they need each other, right? Like they can't get their quest done without each other. So what we have coming in for relationships, we have the Five of Wands, so that's like messages that are coming. So Aquarius, we got the Five of Swords here. Five of Swords is Mars and Aquarius. So what's that's saying is, for you Aquarius is out there, when it comes to your relationships, it's based on communication styles. And communication with Mars and Aquarius, that's somebody who evaluates like all the emotions and stuff like that. They consider people's emotions. It's like coming at things from a scientific psychology point of view. Which in psychology, right, you understand the stemming issue in communication, why a person is acting in the manner that they're acting. So you see the underlying issue. So if there's what the cards are saying is, if there's messages coming towards you, you need to step back, reevaluate things, and look at where they're really stemming from, right? Others are really stemming from. So what's causing them to react like that? If they're getting angry, well then you got to question why a person's getting angry, right? Like, have you overstepped boundaries? Are you not speaking in the appropriate manner? You know what I mean? Like, are you see, the thing with communication, right, is when people people don't communicate properly because what it stems from is an underlying issue of being vulnerable, right? This is also why people like, there's some people that are really intelligent out there. They use a large vocab. They kind of do that to intimidate people. They don't realize that on an unconscious level, right? Like I've studied a lot of psychology, human behavior, all of that stuff, right? Like I don't need to use big words, right? Like I got a Virgo rising. That's pretty humbling. That humbles you. You're always doubting everything, right? Like Sag, Sun, and Mercury, we take things at face value. They're the philosopher. Philosopher rips belief systems apart, right? They see some truth and some lies into everything, right? So that's what you're gonna have to do in your relationships. Relationships come in all forms, right? If you want things to get better, you're gonna have to see where people's communication styles are really stemming from. So like when people are upset, it's because they don't want to be vulnerable, right? So they're putting a barrier there. They're reacting and placing a wall, right? Because they don't want that barrier crossed, or they can't express the barrier that they actually have. So they can't be vulnerable and open and say like where it's really stemming from, you know, like they're real issues. So you have the Two of Cups here, and it's the energy that the universe is going to bring in, which is partnerships, right? Like coming from the emotional standpoint, you got to reevaluate now, right? With the Mars and Aquarius energy here. Aquarius is your energy, so you should be able to tune into it in order to solve any communication problems you're having, because it's saying that you're going to have it, or you're having it, but it is going to come up during the month. So you're going to have to look at the emotions, where it's stemming from an emotional issue with people, right? Even yourself, self-focused, right? Like yourself, you're harsh in communication because you're placing some sort of barriers. So you're connecting with people's intellect instead of connecting with their emotions, right? Like connecting with the mind is just going to add more questions. Connecting with the emotions adds understanding, right? Like compassion. Like you guys need to be coming from passion and empathy and your nurturing aspect, your mother aspect, right? Like, and mothers, when you're a mother, what do? You break things down for your children. You help them understand, right? Like, so that means like you got to, everybody, a lot of the, these issues here, all right, like the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, those issues stem from childhood. All right, you got the Empress here too as well, with the lovers being parents. This could be the way you were mothered, right? The way your mother treated you is the way you're treating other people. You got some emotional barriers. You got to start coming from, it's saying, if you want to connect with people and stop the arguments and stuff like that, or whatever's going on, right? Because it's going to vary for all of you. If you want to stop that, then you got to start coming from the mother aspect of you, right? Like you got to get in touch with that feminine side of you. That goes for all you men out there too. And that means coming from the nurturing aspect, understanding a person's emotions, okay? Like being nurturing, right? Like not harsh, because that's not going to solve anything, right? With lashing the tongue, it's not going to solve anything. It's just going to add to the problem. We want to find the root issue here. That's what we're looking for, the root issue, okay? So the root issue is vulnerability, right? So when somebody's being open and vulnerable with you, that needs to be respected, but you also need to respect that in yourself and give that to other people as well. It'll remove you, like it's hard to do because people feel like they're going to get hurt, and that's why they're not vulnerable, right? Because they're going to get hurt. Okay, yeah, that might happen, but you're going to get hurt more in the situation if you're not open and honest, because that's just going to, like, you're going to get stuck in this energy for quite some time, right? Because nobody's speaking up, nobody's saying the truth, nobody's dealing with the actual root issue. So it's just going to be a cycle and keep playing and going over and over again, right? Like, so there's a lesson here you guys got to learn this month. In order to, it'll really benefit your work too if you guys can manage that, right? Like, it's like respecting people's emotions here, right? Respecting your own emotions, getting in tune with your own emotions. You really need to do that, right? To get things to work. You guys might be blocking out your own emotions, right? And that can be a root issue. So you might want to evaluate that. But if you do it with the universe here, you get the Two of Cups, right? This is an interchangeable energy. That's what it'll give you if you do the work, right? You got to level up. Where if you don't do the work, then you don't level up, right? Like, things get difficult. What you have coming in work, you have like the Empress. You got the with the cards we have. You got a choice, right? Like, you got a choice. Some of you might even be creating a new project, right? Like Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers. So you could, I'm getting the vibe of like public speaking, is coming through. So if you're a public speaker, right, the Empress, you got to keep in mind people's, you're nurturing their minds, right? So watch what you're nurturing them with, right? But you got a choice with the creativity too. Could be coming in. If you make the tweaks in your relationship department, what we spoke about, okay, it's saying that will go transfer into your work, right? Because everything intertwines with each other, right? You make one adjustment in one category in your life, then it has a ripple effect into other areas, right? So it's saying if you make those changes, then you're gonna get more money. Like it'll bring value to you in the material realm. If you have an idea for your business, it's saying also in here you may need to do some more research and some more studies. What we have coming in at home. Okay, with this card here, the story goes with this card. I bought these cards because they reminded me of Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, King Arthur and Merlin. I'm a bit of a nerd, but it doesn't matter, you know, makes life interesting. The guy in the back that's shooting up the arrows here, this guy here made his weapon, okay, and he was kept captive in order to make it, because this guy wanted it, so he did it against his will, right? Like this guy could make weapons that could do some serious damage out there, you know. So picture Merlin with the magic, right? Like he can do some serious damage. And what happened was when this guy shot to test the weapon that he was made, he started shooting the arrows up here. This guy ran away. This guy in the front here, he was the one that made the weapon. He ran away when this guy shot the weapon. He was escaping because he was held captive. So at home, it could be like you feel captive, or somebody around you feels captive, or the universe is saying that you need to get out more, because you have the 10 of Pentacles here. So this is what you need to do. And that's like, you got 10 Pentacles here. So that's like enjoying life. That's going out, having fun, right? Because you need to get positive energy, and you need to elevate your vibration, right? Your frequency, in order to manifest in life. So this is saying that, like, go out, adventure a little bit, have some fun, find your Leo buddies or girlfriends. You guys, when you're vibrating on your higher frequency, you guys can get into some weird stuff and do some fun, exciting things, you know? Like me and my sister, she wanted to go biking, and of course, as an Aquarius, we got to get all weird about things. And I was like, why don't we do tandem biking? And we did that down by the ocean. And we had a freaking blast, man. We were laughing. And of course, like Leo and Aquarius, when they get together, it's like King Arthur and Merlin. So there's some magic that happens, right? So other people started laughing, and they were like, all like, oh, we want to try that. You guys look like you're having so much fun, you know? And we were, right? Like my sister, you know, of course, Leo gets all uptight, but when Aquarius is around them, you guys can like convince each other to do some pretty fun and exciting things, you know, like but at home you're worried about your finances. So if you're worried about it, then that means you have to start budgeting as well, right? You got to start prioritizing things, needs and wants. Do you really need what you're buying, or is it a want? Because if it's a want, then you don't need to purchase it, right? Like there's a sense here of having to save money. Also, like there's a focus on studying here. I am getting that. Studying more knowledge, gaining higher knowledge is what I'm getting. Because it's also saying that you need to take some time with your creative projects. Okay, because if you own your own business, then it's saying that there's a few things you may need to still reevaluate, because it's not there's like one thing that needs to be tweaked, and you're not seeing it just yet. So like if you contemplate a little bit, like wait a little bit, 7 days or something like that, it could even be 7 weeks, like you might need studying to do or something to benefit your creative project. You need some more knowledge. It could take 7 weeks, 7 months, 10 months, 10 days even. 10 days, 7, yeah, you could, like, if you go over your finances and stuff like that, you might get a rebate somewhere. You might notice that you're being charged too much for your internet package. If you are studying and you're having issues studying, because you tend to, you tend to lose your focus, then cut your cable package down so you only have the internet, and then you have no choice but to stay focused, right? Like, it's prioritizing here needs to happen is what it's saying. You might even need to move to downgrade to a smaller house, you know what I mean? There's also a sense here of not facing things at home, all right? So if there's arguments going on, then we got to go back to what we were saying, right? Like, it's maybe projections happening, right? So, like, listen to that front part of the video if that helps you out. Okay, so what not to do in your relationships, we have the 8 of Pentacles here. Okay, and if you look, this guy is just working on, like, you can't be working and doing, like say with your partner or whatever, you can't just be avoiding issues. Like, you got to face them head on. Like, it's saying to face it head on this month, right? Like, don't avoid things, don't start using work to avoid your emotions. You really got to get in tune with your emotions, right? Like, and then you can express them in a proper manner to your partners or your friends or whatever, right? But it's like, don't focus too much on work. Don't be going inwards. Don't be avoiding. There's no avoidance. Like, the universe wants you to get with it this month, you know? Or okay, at work, what it says, we have the Fool here. So at work, this is like, there's also a fox in here, and the fox is associated with trickery. I mean, the benefits of the fox, there's a lot of positive things with the fox, the totem animal, the fox, right? But what the vibration I'm getting, the energies I'm getting for the card is that you can't use any trickery at your job or work, right? It will be found out. If you do that, it will be found out, right? So it's like being open and honest is going to benefit you guys. It's also like, it's like I was saying, if you have a new creation or a new project or something you wanted to do with the Fool here, it's like not taking the leap too soon, right? Like, you still have some studying or stuff that you have to do. It's also saying don't give up, though, as well, right? But definitely the main vibration I'm getting is like trickery for some reason. So, like, denial or something like that. Jealousy, even, like, jealousy could be coming up too. Like it's like getting your emotions handled, right? Whatever choices or decisions you have to make, it's really got to stem from you have the Empress there. That's what you need to do, is come from the Empress is like, she's above a king and a queen, right? She doesn't, so she can rule alone. She creates alone. She has an empire, not a kingdom, an empire, right? So if you want to build an empire, well, then don't move too quickly. Don't make a leap. You need to still learn. Like, even if you have a business, there's still things that you need to learn, right? Like, you can't be closed-minded and say, well, I've learned all I can. No, right? Like there's, the cards are saying that there's something that you're missing still, and it needs to be reevaluated. You're missing some sort of detail, but it's also saying apply for a job, all right? Like, if there's an opportunity to apply for a job, then apply for it. It could be involved in traveling, but definitely don't quit your job. the Fool, don't quit your job. If you're looking for another job, then put out the applications and stuff, and then take a day off for a vacation time to book all of the interviews on that day and take the interviews, then research the offers, and then get back to them. You can even use your vacation time to try out the job for like a week or 2 weeks before you quit or whatever. You know what I mean? And then what you shouldn't do at home, okay, is like, you can't pause anymore. Again, we're getting back to this avoidance, right? Like, this avoidance. You can't avoid anymore at home. You may, like, again, it's the cards are saying you got to contemplate. You got to go inwards. You got to reevaluate you're going to be the hangman, right? So you can't go into a pause state at home, like, and it's punishment too, right? So if there's arguments happening, where are those arguments happening from, right? Like, is there spite happening? Like, the cards are saying we can't do that with the hangman. That can't be done anymore, right? Like, yeah, it's communication. We have the Nine of Wands here, right? Like, somebody could even be acting childish, like a child, pouting. So that's withholding. Five of Pentacles is withholding too. That's emotional manipulation, right? Like, we can't have that. If that's being, like, it might not be aware of that you're doing that or somebody else is doing that, but if it's happening, it's because they're hurt, right? Like, and adults discuss things, okay? So communication has to be discussed here. Like, things have to be brought to light, is what the cards are saying. So, right? Because adults can divert to a child when they get into these argument states, right? Like, when there's conflict, we go back to the inner child. We go back to what we knew as children, and what happened with our parents, the way that they communicated, right? Like, so you got to reevaluate that, like, because if you're being withholding, then that's harming a person, and they're going to project that with words, right? So there's a mirroring happening here. What you're doing, what one person's doing verbally, the other one's doing the opposite way. It's a mirror image, right? The left and right image, the yin and the yang. So that means that there's projection happening, which is causing the mirroring effect. You know what I mean? So that, like, it's not about who did it first. It's about breaking the cycle. So there's some sort of realization that you got to come to. Yeah, it's about what's hidden, the emotions. Again, it's the emotions, right? Like what I just explained there to you guys, right? Like, that's what's going to fix your home. All right, you guys, or what the universe wants you to focus on this month. All right, you guys, hopefully that helped you out, and I will talk to you in months. Ciao for now.